Hello students, lecture 51. In this lecture we will discuss summary of Eco chapter 1, that is development. Meaning of development is the aspects of good health, of education and living standard of people if better then the country, state or any community or society is called developed. Now in this the first article is different people desire different developmental goals. So generally a question is asked that why do different people desire different developmental goals? This is on the basis of number one, their needs. Different people's needs are different, so they desire different developmental goals. Their choices, different people have different choices. You being student of same class, your choices may be different. Some may become doctor, some may become engineer, some may become pilot, some may become scientist, some may join defense forces, etc. Then capability. Capability is one such aspect that sometimes being our choice or need, we fail to accomplish that task or that goal due to physically or mental capability. So ability is also one of the aspect affecting different people, different desire or different goals. So these are the factors which can be mentioned in this. Second article is income and other developmental goals. Generally it is said that countries are rich because they are having large amount of GDP. But other than income, there are certain other developmental goals. They are, that is equality, dignity, prestige, respect. So other than income, these are also developmental goals. Being money, having large amount of money never means that you will get all these. So money is called material thing and all these value system is called non-material things. So other than income, these people also desire to have equal treatment, people also desire to get respect from others, people also desire to have dignity in the society. So these are other developmental goals other than money or economy. The third article is national development and conflicts. Generally, you might have seen that whatever government plans, like construction of dam, developing of railways, metro railways, roadways, or constructing any other institution, university, medical college, etc. So most of the time you might have seen that people are opposing, people are resisting, especially dams. Many dams, that is Tehri Dam, that is Sardar Sarovar Dam, Koyna Dam. These are some dams whose example that these dams are under high scrutiny and people oppose the construction of these dams because people are displaced from these areas. People come into danger zone, some people lost their resources and so on. That is the national developmental goal is also a conflicting goal. Some other examples can be given as that a farmer needs a cheap labor. Farmer needs a cheap labor, but labor needs a high wages. So this is how these two ends will meet together. So these are also conflicting goals at individual level. So not only national levels, that is at individual levels also these goals may be conflicting. Next article is interstate comparison. That when we compare one state with another state like Haryana, Punjab, Kerala or any other state. So what are the factors taken into use or what are the factors counted in development of these states? They are, the first one is IMR, infant mortality rate. Infant mortality rate describes the number of newly born babies that die per 1,000 till they achieve the age of 1 year is called infant mortality rate. So the states where less children die is more developed, and the state where more children die is less developed. Next is literacy rate. Literacy rate is the children in the age group 7 and above. Children in the age group 7 and above who can read and write and are attending the school are called literate. So where infrastructure is good, schools are adequate, and all children above 7 years of age are going to schools and learning reading and writing, then literacy rate is also counted in percentage wise. So where the literacy rate percentage is high, then those states are counted as developed. Then net attendance ratio. Net attendance ratio is also regarded to education of children. That is, okay, fine, students start their education from 7 years and above. But meanwhile, many children are dropped out. And by the age of 14 and 15, the ratio becomes low. So that is net attendance ratio, that how many students continue their education in the age group 14 and 15 and above. So that is called net attendance ratio, total number of children attending school. It is also on percentage basis. So this is how states are compared. In state interstate comparison, per capita income is not counted. Next is public facilities and their need. So public facility, this question is mostly asked, that what are public facilities and why are they needed. So public facilities are the welfare measures which are given by government either at low cost or at no cost. They are called public facilities. For example, government hospitals, government schools, public transport, that is railways, metro, Delhi Transport Corporation, DTC buses, Haryana Roadways, Punjab Roadways. Likewise, every state government has its own roadways, are the examples of public facilities. Now, why are they needed? They are needed for one very important reason, that everyone cannot afford personal vehicle. So for them, public transport is needed at low cost, so they can travel. Everyone cannot get treatment in private hospitals in case of any kind of illness. So for them, government hospitals are needed, which are at no cost, that government bears all the expenditure on government hospitals. Similarly, the government schools, everybody cannot send their children in private schools or English medium schools where a large amount of fee is charged. So government schools are needed. So government schools are also at very low cost. So this is how public facilities are important, so that every individual in the country may get equal opportunity of facilities, of education, of health and travel. After that, it comes the international comparison. International comparison means then how do we calculate or count countries' development? That if we want to compare India, China, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, etc. A table in the book is given, that is table 1.6. This table is given in the book where these countries are compared. So some attributes, some factors are counted over here. So the first factor is per capita income. So per capita income is the most common factor which is counted in development of generally we count income level. So per capita income in US dollar. Now question arises that why US dollar? It is because of that there should be some uniformity, and World Bank and other international monetary systems which are there, they are dealing in US dollar. So US dollar has been selected as one of the common currency on which basis countries income level is compared. Second factor is life expectancy at birth. Life expectancy at birth meaning is that what will be the expected length of a person at the time of birth. It depends on health conditions, infrastructure, environmental pollution, nutritional level, etc. Factors which are affecting the life expectancy at birth. Other biological factors are also counting in this. Next is the HDI. HDI means Human Development Index. A Human Development Index is calculated by counting all these factors. That countries are put into a ranking system. The ranking system is again given in this table 1.6 in the book. So you have to refer this table for further reference, because questions are asked based on this table. So it is very important. Table 1.6 of the book. And HDI rank, Human Development Index, is a ranking of the countries on the basis of their development. First, second, third, 130th. Like India is 130th rank in the world countries. Out of 196 almost countries are there who are brought in comparison about all these factors. Next article is Human Development Report. Human Development Report is published by United Nations Development Program, UNDP. HDR, Human Development Report, is an abbreviation. HDR, important for 1 mark. And it is published, it is taken out, it is surveyed and calculated by United Nations Development Program. It is a department of United Nations, UNDP. So it also counts 3 factors. The first factor is the education level of the countries. What is the literacy rate of the country? Health, what are the health status? How many people die or suffer due to ill health or due to the diseases, or how many chronic diseases are there in the country, and so on. So that is overall, that is health status. And then per capita income. So here UNDP, United Nations Development Program, has put per capita income in the last category, but per capita income is one of the most common attribute which is used in calculating or the comparing countries at international level. Last article is BMI, Body Mass Index. Body Mass Index says that nutritional level and health status of a person. This statistical data I have taken for the age group of 14 years, because this depends, age factor is most important factor, and as per age factor different people have different BMI. So how to calculate BMI? Method, formula for calculating BMI is body mass index is calculated by taking weight of a person in kgs divided square of height of the same person in meters. Meaning, say for example, if one child's weight is 60 kg and her height is let us say 1.6 meter, 1.6 meter. So 60 divided 1.6 square, that is 1.6 into 1.6. It will give some number. It will give one number after division. So what is that number? If that number comes between 15.2 to 28. If that number comes in different books, you may get this 15.8, 15.6. So that not the serious issue. But it is 15.2 in your book to 28. Then person is healthy. Then that child is healthy. If it is less than 15.2, if it is less than 15.2, then child is malnourished, undernourished. Then child needs special diet, special care of food, health, etc. And if the value comes more than 80, greater than 28, not 80, larger than 28, then the child is obese. It is called obese. Obese means fat. That is mota kafi. So that child needs to reduce the weight. So this is what is now I tell you one thing. It is the survey data of many organizations regarding BMI. Nowadays, most of the children are in this category, more than 28. Only one factor is the junk food, fast food, okay, ready-made food, which you that pizza, pasta, burger, they do not have any nutritional value and they unnecessarily add weight. So please avoid. But you can first you measure your BMI. Method I have told you. Okay, so BMI is also an important part of this chapter. So that's all from this chapter. Thank you very much. Keep on watching.